Okay, and the printer is going. Okay, live. I don't know if anybody can hear me, so I'm going to wait and see if somebody comes on, and if somebody can say if they can hear me or if I'm too low. Yes, I don't know. I don't know if I am too soft. Can you hear me okay? I don't know what I'm doing. Can you hear me okay? Hello, world. We're going to see if anybody pops on here. I have my crochet. Not sewing this week. And I have a different setup right now. If you could pop in the chat if you can hear me. If anyone's there. I don't know how the sound is on this. I've never done a live on this laptop. Okay. Hi, everybody. Haven't had a One Lisa show in a while. Sorry about that. I was in the hospital. I had a procedure done. I would be happy to talk about it. Just don't know if you guys can hear me. And I don't understand how this setup is for live, so I'm trying my best here. Trying to moderate my own things. Can you hear me? Anybody out there can hear? I have a project I've been working on. Oh, you can hear me? Hi, Tiffany. How are you? I have a project that I've been working on, and hold on one second. I'm moving really slow, and I'll explain why shortly here. So I'm usually doing sewing, and this is me out of the shower on my own today, no makeup. I'm in recovery. I had surgery last week, and I had a hysterectomy, and they had to take more than they thought they were going to have to take. So I'm in recovery, and if anybody out here has had a hysterectomy, it's not fun. But anyway, so I'm not sewing because I'm supposed to be very careful with my core muscles. And your core is everything. You use your core for everything, I feel like. So I said I knew I wasn't going to be sewing for a while because I feel like if you can't drive, you really shouldn't be at the sewing machine. So I started working on a crochet project, and this is the project I started on. It is the Granny Pop V-neck sweater. I found this on Ravelry, and oh, thanks, Tiffany. Thank you. I found this on Ravelry, and I thought it was really cute and perfect pullover for winter. So I'm making my niece one for Christmas, and I had some yarn, so I'm working on it. And here we are. It looks really dark, and it is. It's a dark purple, and the lighting is just awful, and I'm sorry. I don't have it in me to set up this massive thing and put lights out and anything like that. But it is a dark purple, so it looks kind of black or gray black on the screen. It's a little dark, but it is really enjoyable, something I can do while I'm just sitting. I have this belt I'm wearing. Well, it's hard to see under, but it's under my shirt. But it's this giant belt. Yes, it's chilly. That's what I hear. I have not been outside in a week. My procedure was on Wednesday, and I can see it's starting to snow where I am in Indiana, Tiffany. And I'm Northwest Indiana, so I'm closer to Chicago. than anywhere else, and we are having snow, just like little bits, but it looks blustery, and I feel bad for all the kids that are going to go trick-or-treating. They're really going to earn their candy today. And happy Halloween, by the way. I lost my train of thought. So I thought I would come on and just chat and see what people were doing today, if they had any projects they're working on, whether it be crochet or knitting or sewing. I'm trying my best to sit up a little bit more every day and not just lay in bed. My recovery has been hard for me to not move. It's really interesting. They say don't use your core muscles, but don't lay in bed all day. And you can walk around, but don't lift anything over 10 pounds. And I'm having it hurts. I have all these incisions in my belly, and it hurts, and it's emotional, and I'm having a really hard time with it. So I thought maybe somebody can tell me something. Tell me what you're working on. Tell me anything to kind of help me feel better. Is that horrible or what? But I've been home. Big Daddy went to work today. He went to work yesterday. I know he'll be home soon for lunch. And he's been doing really good. But I want to do things around the house, and I can't. And I can't really drive. I didn't take any pain medicine yesterday. I didn't take any pain medicine today so far. So I feel like I'm really doing good. But I'm having emotionally, I'm having a hard time. And so I thought it'd be nice to have some friends to just help me zone out and talk about projects. I know that there is a gift to November coming that everybody's going to be working on. And I don't know if I'll be doing sewing right now because I have 2 weeks of no driving, no doing anything, no lifting. Yeah. But this can also be gifted. And this is actually a Christmas present. So it's nice. It's something I can do as I'm sitting. I can do this laying down. Looking for good things to watch on TV. Tiffany says, bless you, Lisa. Oh, thank you. I understand the emotionally part. Give yourself time and grace. You'll be back at it soon. Take this time to rest. Thank you. Thank you. It's hard. I had this really bizarre dream last night, and oh, hi, there. Sarah's working on a floppy hat for Penny. Oh, so Tracy's my sister. She said, Sarah's working on a floppy hat for Penny, and I'm working on a sweater for Sarah. And my sweater is coming along really good. It really is. It's almost at the point where I'm going to join it, and it's a V-neck, so this will be the V. I'm going to hold it up. It's turning out good, I think, so far. I'm really excited about it. I've gone through one skin of yarn, and now I'm on my second one. And if all goes well, I think I might make this for myself. I might make one for my other niece. Yeah. And Tracy, you're supposed to be at work. So you should be working. I haven't crocheted in a long time. So I got myself on Ravelry. That's kind of newer. Oh, you are working. Okay. I got myself on Ravelry. That's kind of newer. I think I signed up on Ravelry last year, but I had not done anything on it. And coming up, knowing I was having this surgery, and I don't recommend this surgery at all. I feel like it's just really been rough. Before the surgery, I went on Ravelry looking for crochet projects and knitting projects to look for something that I thought would be easy and something to take my mind off of my recovery. So I tried to prep, and that's where I found this pattern. I think there is a free version on this creator, MJ Off the Hook Designs. I think there's a free version on her website, but there were so many ads that I was so impatient that I just bought the pattern on Ravelry, and I think it was like $8. And I thought, well, if I love this pattern, $8 is a good deal because I will make multiples of it, which I have a feeling I will because I really liked how it looked. I liked the reviews on Ravelry of people that have made this pattern. So I'm really enjoying it right now. I'm trying to watch some more, binge some shows on Netflix or YouTube or anything like that. And yesterday I finished up Queen Charlotte. I had watched season 1 and season 2 of Bridgerton, and I had not yet watched Queen Charlotte. And I watched that. That was enjoyable. That was actually, I thought it was better than season 1 or season 2. I was pleased with it. It was a good story. It wasn't gratuitous in any sense. Yeah. Tiffany, I've been crocheting little Christmas trees for a garland. They're turning out so cute. Oh, that's a great idea. Crocheting little Christmas trees for garland. I have lots of scrap yarn, and I've been letting my nieces play with my scrap yarn when they're over, and they've been making pom-poms, and they're having a good time with the pom-poms. It looks like my lighting is not the best, but sorry, I can't really go rummaging through my ring light and all that. But I have lots of scrap yarn. I mean, yarn that's really old scrap yarn. I'm wondering what I could do with some of those little bits of yarn, and it sounds like that would be a great idea. And I do love putting up my Christmas tree. And actually, the other day I had thought, I know Halloween isn't here yet, but as soon as Halloween's gone, I think I might want to put up my Christmas tree early. And I thought that just because I'm having these like moments and I feel like I'm a prisoner in my house right now. I've been spending a lot of time in bed, and I'm not somebody that likes to spend a lot of time in bed. And Big Daddy has been walking Penny, and just so you know, there she is. This is the quilt that Adam gave me from Adam Sews. He sent me this quilt, and this is my home office area. And Penny, this has been her, like, she loves that quilt, so we sit on it and cuddle all the time. And that's the clothing I attempted to wear today, which didn't happen because it's Halloween. So if you see my crochet hook, there's like a black, I made a shirt. It's a new look shirt, and could not particularly put it on well today. So I left it there, and Penny's cuddling with her, one of her toys, her lammies. Yep. And that is the best quilt ever. And the more it gets washed, the more comfortable it is. And I don't know if Adam's watching or if anybody else realizes this that's into quilts, but the more that gets washed, the softer and comfier and just better it gets, which is wild. Initially, I didn't want to wash it at all because it was so beautiful. But when your dog gets her favorite blanket, you have to wash it sometimes. So that is our favorite nap time snuggle blanket. I don't know where I was going with that. So anyway, so the scrap yarn, we've been doing pom-poms, and I thought those would be great for garland to make like a long chain and then attach the pom-poms. I usually have 2 Christmas trees that I put up, and hopefully I'll put up 2 Christmas trees this year. But even we have a fireplace, and along the mantle, I've wanted to do garland along the mantle. And I thought that might be nice to make some garland and crochet this year and use up those colorful scraps of yarn, because I have colors, all different colors of scraps of yarn. I also have tons of scraps of fabric too, but for some reason my fabric is more precious to me than my yarn. Maybe because I am not a big crocheter as much as I used to be when I was younger. I think we go through cycles. That was my phone. I think we go through cycles. So I used to crochet a lot and I don't anymore. Maybe I just did too much of it at once. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how that works. So obviously Tiffany does crochet and do all different other crafts. And my channel is mostly geared to sewing, but I do also like to craft and do different things. I'm not somebody that does the Cricut. And on my Instagram reel, it's a lot of stuff about crickets, which is funny because it's not really it's not my craft of choice. I'm scared that if I ever wandered into the Cricut world, it would just become another expensive hobby that I can't do full time. So this is Vanna's Choice yarn. I don't even know if they still make Vanna's Choice yarn. I bought this a couple of years ago on Lion Brand's website. They had this really good sale and they had Vanna's Choice yarn on sale. And it was a bunch of colors that I just thought were staples. So I just bought a whole bunch of them. And in the past couple of years, I've used them on every sweater for my nieces that I have knitted or crocheted. So this is the last batch of the Vanna's Choice, and I honestly don't know if they still make it or not. I haven't really bought yarn in that. That's how long it's been since I've bought yarn. About 2 years. And I went to a yarn store by our house, but it has since closed down. That was the last time I bought yarn. So now I'm just working on this last row before I think put that all together. And the V will be formed. I'm very excited. No Cricut for Tiffany either at this point. Yep, sewing and crocheting. That's me too, sewing and crocheting. But I do like to bake. But I'm not baking this next week and a half. That's the worst. I want to do dishes. And my doctor warned me, when you have the surgery, clean your house beforehand, which I did. Did I have the dishes caught up? Yes, I did. And there are a pile of dishes. And Big Daddy's been really good. And he's trying so hard to do these dishes. He can't keep up, which is odd because we have a dishwasher. But he's having a hard time keeping up with the dishes. We're using paper plates too, some of the meals. And I'm eating very little. But I still want my sweets and I want my snacks, but I'm not having a lot. So some of my sweets are, we had a cookie last night. We each had a cookie. One of my dear friends dropped off some flowers and cookies for us. And so we each had a cookie. And for lunch yesterday, I had potato chips with I don't even remember what we had. Was it a sandwich? I think it was a sandwich. And I had potato chips and then I just wanted more. Oh, hi. Yes, the Cricut is another expensive hobby, and embroidery. Oh. Okay, so embroidery, I have a friend that asked me last week or the week before, if I embroidered, and I don't embroider. I don't embroider at all. I would love to embroider and I would love to cross stitch. And I know across the pond, cross stitch is pretty big. And I think it's pretty big here too, but I don't cross stitch. I don't know how. I think I'd get like a little tiny cross stitch kit when I was a kid once in a while. And I never got into it as a child. Hold on, I gotta just adjust myself without moving my core. So I just never got into cross stitch, but the more I watch like what Mandy made next and Ruan and Sewing Bunny, they talk about their cross stitch and it makes me want to try cross stitch. That I will say. But I think I would try that before I did the Cricut. I just can't I can't do the Cricut. I'm too nervous that will suck me in and take every bit of my money. And honestly, sewing can take every bit of my money. I've I there were a couple of good sales. So over it had a sale last week where they had a different pattern every day that was discounted. And I wanted to get a couple of those patterns. And I thought, no, don't do it just yet. You still have a project that you're in the middle of that you haven't finished. And I haven't finished them because of my health. And then there's projects I want to do that I have out ready to cut out. And I have not, it hurts. So I have not gone anywhere near the sewing area. And actually, my birthday was the 17th. And my mother-in-law got me a gift card for Amazon. And I used it to order fabric. I got fabric on Amazon. And it was art gallery fabric. It still needs to be washed. It came in after I got back from the hospital. It came in at some point when I was in the hospital. So I saw it when I got back. But I got a couple of yards of some art gallery knit fabric to make a dress. And I'm looking forward to washing that when I can. And then sewing it, of course, when I can, which isn't going to be anytime soon. I'm still working on my Megan Nielsen Hovea jacket. That's made out of all my apparel scraps. And I may not have enough apparel scraps. I might have to actually dig into some of my quilting scraps. Penny's sleeping. I just heard her like bark in her sleep. I don't know. I feel like I'm really loud, so I don't know how she's doing that. But I guess I'm so boring. Even if I'm talking loud, my dog can fall asleep. So it's 10:23 my time. I thought I would come on just for a half hour to give myself some hope and talk to people and see what everybody's doing. Is anybody working on a specific pattern or project right now that they're enjoying no matter what it is? And we know Tiffany is working on some garland, which is clever. And that might be my next project when I get done with my V-neck sweater that I got in Ravelry. Does anybody have any sewing? Tiffany, you sew so much. You are always sewing. You're always making so many cute things for you and your little one. Do you have any good patterns that you'd recommend? And probably my sister is still hard at work with this on in the background. Oh, Tiffany's working on the Ellie and Mac going home sweater. Oh, I don't recall that one. Now I'm going to look that one up. And I think I've only done one Ellie and Mac pattern so far. And Teresa is scrap busting. I'm a scrap buster right now. I am definitely scrap busting. Actually, there's part of me. Oh, and a Dakota Dolman dress for her little one. Yeah, that's cute. The Dakota Dolman. I can't remember the name of the pattern I made. I know I've done one Ellie and Mac, and now I can't remember the name of it. And I think it was a dress for my niece, and this was a few years back. Oh, it was a dress. It's a top and dress pattern. I made her the top, and I was very proud of it. And she did not like it. And I can't laugh because it hurts. So I had these 5 incisions through like the middle of my belly. M8159. M8159. Am I saying it right, Teresa? 8159. I'm going to look that one up. 8159. M8159. Oh, M8159. The Cheryl McCalls? You're doing the tank top. That was my next question. You're doing the tank top. That's cute. Well, that looks like it's got a shirt, top, and is the and pants too, or just? And pants too, right? I'm doing the tank top. Yeah, that is cute. That looks comfy. That looks like the clothes I'll be wearing right now. Yeah, that's comfy. I think I'm going to be living in some looser, not baggy necessarily, but looser, comfier clothes. This is just a tie-dye shirt I've had for years, but I've been wearing basically t-shirts and pajama pants or like sweatpants. My Tilly and the Bun Stella pants. And it's okay. Pajama pants are the winner though right now in my world. But there's so many things. And I've been rewatching the Stitch Sisters had on YouTube. And then I think I'm coming on a half hour and I didn't want to overdo myself today. But the Stitch Sisters, I watched a lot of their stuff on denim that they put out, I don't know, maybe like 6 months ago, a year ago. And how to sew jeans, things to consider when you're picking out a fabric, all the different denims and all the different patterns. And I have the Megan Nielsen Dawn jeans, and I've been wanting to do a pair of wide leg Dawn jeans. And I have 2 big pieces of denim fabric. One is more of an indigo, and one is a lighter, one is an indigo. So I am looking forward to doing that as well. But I found myself Friday, maybe it was, watching all of the Stitch Sisters. I'd fall asleep, I'd wake back up, and I just continue watching all the episodes they did in their series about denim. And it was really enjoyable. And I do like the Stitch Sisters a lot, and they're not doing as many videos right now. And I know one of them has a health issue that she's been working on. But that's the hardest part, is when you really like a YouTuber, you don't see him for a while, and you really wonder what's going on. And that's why that's another reason why I thought it might be nice to come on here. And this is not pop, this is water, because I'm supposed to be drinking lots and lots of water, and it's just easier to grab. So I refilled it with water. And I'm trying to avoid more dishes for my other half. I do feel genuinely bad for him. He's trying to be me and him, taking care of Penny, taking care of me, cooking, dishes, then doing his own life, his work, his job. I think he's doing a lot right now. So I'm coming on my half hour mark. It's 10:30 now. I want to thank everybody for joining me for this little tiny chat and helping me think about other things. And just while we work on our projects, talk about sewing, talk about life. And I thank you very much for joining in. I got a little bit done, but not a lot. Thanks so much. I probably won't save this video, but I think I might come back on again, or maybe do a video later in the week when I can have Big Daddy come and help me set up my lighting and everything, and have more things to talk about. So thank you, everybody. I thank you, Tiffany. Thanks. Have a great day. Thanks for helping me forget about some things for a little bit. And now I guess I'm going to sit down a little bit more, retire, and have a nap. Oh, thank you. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.